Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com bringing you another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. Oh, if this is an untapped land, maybe. I think we need to mulligan. Bringing you some Bird Tribal. Thank you to Jordan Lee, viewer submitted deck here. It's been fun. Uh, Already under some pressure. Oh, good. The Mishra's Bobble, Dragon's Rage Channeler, and the Mishra's Bobble combo. Never gets old. Lightning Bolt to the yard. Sees what we're drawing. This could be a fast match. Yeah, do we Aether Vial it? Do we try to ramp? I mean, we don't have anything to ramp into, nor do we have anything to Aether Vial into, so I think we're going to just run out our baby chick here to grow them with some landfall and use next turn to do birds and Aether Vial. This ledger shredder could be pretty good. All right, they're gonna lava dart. Also, never gets old. Killing our baby chick. Better than our face, I imagine. But yeah, I have a feeling the birds aren't going to be able to keep up with all of the nonsense that our opponent's doing. Who would have thought that Dragon's Rage Channeler would be such an annoying card? And I love dragons, and I don't ever play this card. Even though she fits the theme very nicely. But man, just so obnoxious. The one lander from our opponent. Okay, so now we're left with Aether Vial, Birds of Paradise, or Ledger Shredder. Let's play the Ledger Shredder. I mean, we're going to get the most value out of this, and they'll have to kill it, right? If they don't, we should gain, draw some cards. Pitch this Aether Vial probably, or maybe the Birds of Paradise. Opponent's done so much, right? They've cast 1, 2, 3, or really they've done this. They haven't cast at all, but they've done so many things, and we're both at 17 on turn 3. It's all a bunch of just. It's a family-friendly channel. I won't say it, but setting up. They're setting up. I have to attack. We will not block, shockingly. And hopefully if our Ledger Shredder lives, I'll be amazed with a 5-card hand from our opponent. Corey Steel Cutter, followed by what? Mishra's Bobble? Or Flashing Back Lava Dart? Probably could have done that. Alright, nothing yet. They don't want to give us a counter, apparently. Force negation that we are unable to cast currently. Alright, so we will, in order to get maximum value out of our Ledger Shredder, probably should have kept that actually, right? Because then we could have hardcast Force negation next turn. We discarded a land, so we don't even get the counter. Sad face. Boom. Shakalaka. That's right. Getting in. Ledger Shredder. The 1/3 because we discarded a land instead of a Force negation that we can't cast for free. And we have the birds if we really want to get a blue source, assuming it lives. The Lava Dart suggests otherwise. But I mean, our opponent, I assume, is some kind of burn deck. I can't imagine they really want to be casting their burn at our birds. Yep, okay, if that's what they want to do. Discard a card. Grow the bird. We probably, I mean, I'm not sure what to do. I won't lie. Like, it makes sense to keep the force of negation since our opponent is a burn deck, but they also have nothing but creatures on the battlefield. Bye bye birds. Gonna hit us for a bunch. 2-turn clock. So I guess what we can do is try to hopefully find a land. Untap land. So much clicking. Yes, I would like to put a counter on it. So I think what we need to do is play a Traveling Chocobo and hope to find a land. I guess we can always Mockingbird on Aether Vial. It is a land. Very nice. And then we shuffled away our if I shuffled away our bird that we were hoping to actually cast off the top. That's another one of the I mean, fetch lands, you know, I want to add more fetch lands to the deck, but then they do change the top of your deck, so you got to keep that in mind. Realm Walker, not a bad card. We have a flyer now. Can we survive? We're at 6. That's 2 lightning bolts away from death. They have trample, so we will definitely be doing some chump blocking. And I'm not sure how much chump blocking. Probably here, and then taking hopefully no more than 4. But I mean, we're drawing a land. It's not great. Alright, well, what can we hope to draw off the top after the land? And what are they doing? Abundant Harvest. Choose land or not. Okay, so they're going for a burn spell. So 1 lightning bolt, and I think we're probably dead. But you never know what they're going to find. They have another lava dart in the graveyard, too. So I think we're probably dead no matter what. Technically not dead, maybe. So we can block here, possibly save our life there, and block here, but probably still die. Because, I mean, we need everything on the board just to... We're a combo deck. We need our own pieces on the board to survive for us to have any chance. So having a Realm Walker is great if we see birds on top that we can cast. But we can't flash them in or sneak them down with Aether Vial. We didn't need to do the Aether Vial that turn, I suppose. But Aether Vial, man. So what did they find? Another Quarry Steel Cutter. Alright, we get some triggers. Let's see, where is... So many triggers. We're going to draw this land and find another land. "20 lands. Sometimes you just flood out. You're drawing a lot of lands. We found a land off Traveling Chocobo into another land, into another land. So, Lava Dart, yeah. Killer Flyer. So then we're going to block here and take 5. They have another Lava Dart, so... We do this, and then they do Lava Dart us to our face and we die. Right? I mean, they could have done that before damage. Alright, well, not too surprising that we lost. I'm only surprised that it took so long. Ratchet Bomb, I guess, is one of our answers. Damping Sphere, perhaps, to slow them down. Slows us down too, though. Mockingbird out, perhaps. Alright, I mean, we'll run it like that. I just don't think birds, like, we're a low to the ground creature strategy playing another low to the ground creature strategy that has more efficient and better creatures. So we don't even sideboard, we don't really have the tools to compete. We also flooded out a little bit that game. We could have used a Bartz and Boko to have any kind of chance to stabilize. 1, 2, 3, 4 lands again. With this hedge maze. We'll keep it. We don't have any of our sideboard cards, but we have the force and negation that we don't have the blue card to pitch to. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is a mulligan. Maybe this is like an auto snap mulligan from that but we have one of our best cards with a 1-drop. And theoretically some amount of interaction if we ever get there. So I suppose our best draw would be some kind of blue spell. Oh, that is a blue spell. That's right. We're the aggro deck. Again, family friendly channel, so I will stop myself from saying what I want to say. All right, I don't mind where we're at right now. We have the force and negation for the Corey Steelheart if that's the route they want to take. We have our Traveling Chocobo, which will then set us up for some sweet turns in the future and grow this thing. Slick Shot Show Off. We have the Into the Flood Mall for that. If we can survive. I mean, the question is, what do we want to do here? We can't force a negation the Slick Shot Show Off. We can Into the Flood Mall it, though. So do we want to just run out Traveling Chocobo and then shields down and hope to survive a hit? I'm not sure that's the winning strategy. I think maybe we need to take a less aggressive approach. The next turn, if they decide they don't want to go all in on the Slick Shot Show Off, then we can Traveling Chocobo with Into the Flood Mall up with mana up. So I've had mixed feelings on Into the Flood Mall. This is probably like my 8th or 9th match. Not all of them are going to make it to YouTube. So, for various reasons. Into the Flood Mall has been hit or miss, I would say. Mostly miss in my opinion, but then maybe I've misjudged it. In this kind of situation, I think it's a really good card. Because if they want to go all in on a Slick Shot Show Off, then we can Into the Flood Mall it. The race is on. I mean, they're down to 13. We got a 2-3. Next turn we can play a Traveling Chocobo with a landfall trigger. So if they tap down and just want to race, we're not in such a bad spot. And if we end up finding like a Bartz and Boko, that's pretty good for us. So they found the lightning bolt. Still haven't turned on Delirium. Fetch land, I guess. If I had to not get if it's got to be a land, let's let it be a fetch land. How did I feel like I knew that card was coming, but it's this card. All right, well. I mean, just we're getting very unlucky. We could play the birds off the top, but then we don't have into the football mana. Yeah, we're getting super unlucky with some of our lands. I mean, we if this had been a blue spell, I would be so much happier. Instead, it's a land into a mana dork. I mean, we've already found quite a few lands. I'm assuming they're going to bolt this bird, which is unfortunate because I think 4, 7, 8, 9. I mean, we have them dead on board if they don't bolt the bird, but of course they will. If this had been a blue spell, we could have cast Force of Negation. Will they target? What are they going to target? I mean, they should target a different creature, right? If they're smart, which I assume they will be. They'll target this. Two cards in hand. They assume they're going to go for the kill here. Another. I mean, why wouldn't you have two mutagenic growths in your hand? Hopefully I didn't click through it. I mean, I'm just. I mean, there's a lot of surveilling. There is a lot of surveilling, but I'm still just It's mind-boggling to me how. I mean, our opponent has the exact series of cards in their hand to win the game. It's incredible. It's incredible. How do you have? I mean, just the. I don't know what you say to that. And we're dead. So good game. GG's are not. How are we not dead? They don't have delirium. Amazing, amazing. That's the only thing holding them back was they did not have delirium because they hadn't found a Mishra's Bauble yet. And we draw into a Birds of Paradise, and we have pain lands to help our opponent's cause. Which means our slick shot show-offs are all going to our pain land is going to put us in range of dying to slick shot show off. They just need one spell. Man, we've flooded out so harshly. So we go to 2 to have a Birds of Paradise blocker. Six, 7, 3, 2, 2, 4. Yeah, I mean that's why we lost right there. They killed our Chocobo. Alright, I mean, look, we're fighting a fight. They're having a little bit of. They had the exact perfect set of cards to kill us had they had Delirium, and they didn't, surprisingly. So now they have a flyer, and if they find a 1 burn spell, we're dead. If they find a way to turn on Delirium, we're dead. If they find a Lava Dart, we're dead. Quarry Steel Cutter, we might not be dead. And this Force Negation rotting in our hand because we can't find a second blue sword, another blue spell that wasn't one that we absolutely needed to survive the last turn. So we couldn't find another blue spell this whole game. I mean, I'm impressed with our deck. We've managed to cobble together a board state that we're not dead. We need a little luck. They need a little luck. And we might get there if we get lucky and they don't. So, I mean, what more can you ask for from Bird Tribal going up against one of the best decks in Modern? Be in a position to win with just a little bit of luck. They're in the tank, so they must have found something that they think they can get them there. But we know Slick Shot Show Off is coming with haste if they want it. All they need is a burn spell or a flyer, and we're dead. Imagine this is like a Quarry Steelheart or something. Why wouldn't it be? But that's and that's what they're in the tank about. Trying to figure out if this is enough to punch through the damage, and it is. I'm pretty sure because the Quarry Steelheart gets haste. It's their second spell. I mean, what a top deck from our opponent too. Insane top decks from our opponent. The Surveilling helps a lot, clearly, but man, just exactly what you need. Oh no, but no, they can't because this isn't their. They don't have a second spell yet. They needed to cast this first, and then this. That was a mistake on their part, I think. You got to cast the Slick Shot Show Off and then cast the Quarry Steelheart. No, cast the Quarry Steelheart, then the Slick Shot Show Off. And that's how you get there. As is, yeah, they messed it up. Can we find something good off the top? Oh my god. Not only is it a land, another land, it is a Beseju, which I guess means we can draw a card. And it's a Damping Sphere, so I mean, just wow, some really, 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 really terrible running from us. But I think they might just be dead anyway to the bird attacks. I mean, they're gonna lose their entire board. They're only gonna get. I think as soon as they cast something, we Beseju their Quarry Steel Cutter, and we have the Force Negation if it's a burn spell. But we have to pay a life. Okay, we got there. Okay, should we even bring in Force of Vigors? That Quarry Steel Cutter is brutal. I can't believe it. We've cobbled it together. I mean, I was so salty too about the 2 double mutagenic growth into whatever that delirium spell. But I'm sure they were salty over the fact that they didn't have delirium because we would have been dead. All right, I mean, maybe bring him back in Mockingbird. We're bringing in Force of Vigors all for a single card. I don't know. Just bring in 2 Mockingbirds. It does have flying. All right, I can't believe it. I can't believe we got there. Bird Tribal. Got a little lucky. That's what we wanted to be in that position. So let's see if we can steal game 3. And the flood has been real, and now look at this hand. A single forest. They begin with 7, of course. They probably have a single land in Mishra's Bauble on top of their... So this is good. Good. Everything here is good. I think we want to put that to the bottom. Yeah, wooden into Mishra's bauble. No, okay. Well, that's nice. Maybe they took him out. All right, if this lives, if it lives, I'll be surprised and also very happy. Keeping 7 though makes me think. Quarry Steel Cutter coming or um, all right, Slick Shot Show Off to go for the turn 3 kill. Lava Dart, yeah, and the bird is dead. Maybe if we're lucky, they'll get greedy and run it back just to our face. Because now if we don't draw lands, right? We drew a bird. If we don't draw lands, we can't do anything in our hand. Slick Shot Show Off. It's a pretty good card from our opponent. 4 cards in hand. I mean, I like the Abundant Harvest tech. And obviously Mutagenic Growth has been in the deck for a while. I haven't seen Abundant Harvest as much. Alright, well there is a fetch land. Hear my kids downstairs going crazy. A little lag here. I'm playing upstairs and the internet up here is slightly less. Seems to be fine. Anyway. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, I'm glad we found a land. So far we've been hitting our lands. Too much, actually, in our 20 land deck. And that hasn't been the case the entire time I've been playing this deck. So if they want to sack a mountain after they Slick Shot Show Off plot, that's fine. And they're just going to go for a big hit, it looks like. Still don't have Delirium, amazingly. God, this deck is... I mean, the triggers are so obnoxious. If I was playing the deck, I think I would get annoyed at how many triggers there were. It's super powerful. It makes it super consistent, which is great. But, like... And also, do we just take a hit here? And save the endurance? Two lava darts, huh? So, I mean, we can... yeah, that's really good for them, if they want to flashback both right now. Alright, I mean, that's one of our good cards. I mean, are we going to survive? They have 2 cards in hand. Alright, Endurance. I mean, this is another one of those cards that is included in the main deck. And I'm thinking, alright, it's not a bird. Should we just have it in the sideboard? But then, yeah, I mean, this is obviously a sideboarded game, but still. What a draw. What a card. I mean, the Surveilling just allows them to shape their hand so well. Into Violent Urge. Sure, why not? mean, I suppose we could have put a body on the battlefield and then use this to flat and you exiled something, but I really just think this is the right choice here. They want to sack mountains for lava darts. That is acceptable. I guess it gets double strike in response. That's a mistake on our part from not knowing that we should have responded to the abundant harvest and assumed they were going to find their violent urge off of that, because I think now it gets double strike until end of turn because they already have delirium. So we have to soak up the damage there for what we can. Down to 5. I mean, that's not a lot. Oh no, okay, good. It did not get... Didn't get trample or double... It didn't, we never had trample. Alright. So confused. One card in our opponent's hand, and we're at... 11. So, I mean, if we can just keep our Traveling Chocobo around... Force negation. Why can't you be a land when I need you to be? If we can keep Traveling Chocobo around, I'm going to actually be happy about where we're at, because we can, if we find a land off the top... Last game we found so many lands. We can... Bart's and Boko. And just mow down their board, essentially. Alright, 11. That's not bad. I mean, we're going to take our 1 and not worry about... I mean, we don't want a Lava Dart to kill our Traveling Chocobo. Unholy Heat. Gosh, I hated this card so much. I still do, but I don't see it as much anymore. I mean, just as 1 mana spell that does 6 damage. And I get it. That doesn't always do 6 damage, but it almost always does 6 damage. Well, the dream is dying. We're going to go to 7. 1 card still in our opponent's hand. Can we find enough bodies to survive? Alright, that's their last card. They're looking 1 card away from delirium, though. We have a couple turns, it looks like, to have a chance. That's our force negation. God, we really wanted that Traveling Chocobo, and there is one. Alright, I mean, we have hope still. We still have hope. We have the force negation. Can we fade a draw? They know about the force, though, so they're gonna... I mean, and all of this stuff is cast trigger, right? So it's not even that... We're fighting the fight, man. We are slogging through mana screw, mana flood. Right now it's the mana screw. We are finding our pieces, though. You can see the power, right? If we play a Traveling Chocobo, find a land that's untapped, play a Mockingbird, or just hold up force negation mana. I mean, then the next turn, if we can just protect it, man, Bart's and Boko comes down, machine guns down their board, puts us in a position to swing in soon after. However, if they play a Quarry Steel Cutter, yeah, they're going to get a bunch of triggers. So do we want to counter this? So it gets first +1 +0 and first strike. So then they hit us down to 4. I think we just let it go, to be honest. I think our only win here is to stick this bird. Find it. I mean, we can't block, so yeah. Birds don't have flying in this game, in this deck at least. Is to hold up, force, and negate. Find a land off the top, basically. God, that card is the bane of my existence. I mean, if we got Bart's and Boko, we could at least kill this thing. Maybe we should play the Mockingbird and made it. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's going to be our mistake here. Because now we're just one instant away. That was, yeah, I think I mean, we're setting ourselves up for the best case scenario of them hitting the land. But this is going to trigger, yeah, and we're dead. I mean, we can force and negate it, right? But then this thing has flying, and, you know, our birds, they don't have flying. All right, well, I mean, you know, Bird Tribal, it didn't do as poorly as I thought. We were in it. We were in it. If we'd played the Mockingbird there, they would have just bolted the Mockingbird and then attacked. So, anyway, for cyclesgaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next one.